What's going on, everybody? Jordan here with 90 Day Performance. I'm going to show you guys how to install the AeroCatch hood latches. I understand there's not a lot of videos out there on how to do it, so I'm going to show you the best way that I have came up with to doing it. It's not super hard. It is super easy to do. But first, here are the AeroCatch Extreme hood latches. Here's the part number. All right, so as you can see, it comes with the this fool. The hood latch is already there. All the stuff will come in a bag, right? I've already taken this stuff apart and started putting them back together because I knew I was going to be doing this, but I was like, might as well make a video on it. Anyway, so these little screws that are in it, the backside, right, it comes in two different pieces. The main latch goes on top of the car on the hood, and then the bottom latch goes inside the hood on the bottom. But these little screws that are these silver screws that I have, right, these come in a baggie. I have found the best way of doing it is taking those little screws and pressing them into the plastic. They won't fall out, but when you get to the steps of actually installing the hood latch, it'll be a lot easier to do it than trying to fit your hand and maneuver. Now, we're not doing all that, right? So just press them in to the back side of the latch, so that way, like I said, it's easier to maneuver and just hold the latch in place, and then you can just screw all 6 of them in. First thing you want to do, in my opinion, that I have done, is mask off the side of the hood that you're going to put the hood latches on. I have used blue masking tape because obviously I don't want any unnecessary scratches or anything like that on top of the paint. As you can see, I've already cut and fit for the Holly. It is a nice fit, pretty good. Anyways, you do that on both sides, like so, right? And then let's pick this thing up, right? So there are normally 2 holes, right, on the hoods. This is where the bump stops go. The bump stops will hit, they start off right here. They literally hit right here. You make your first pilot hole with a step bit or a hole saw, and you can go ahead and just drill right through it, because that's where the bump stop's gonna go. So you know, no matter what, that this piece right here is the actual hood latch that it connects. That's going to sit, in my opinion, the best place for it to sit is right there. It's perfect. You don't have to do anything. The bump stops sit there already, so you know it's going to contact on the hood. You know it's going to latch. You know it's fine. So that's where I put them. You don't have to measure. The holes are already on both sides of the front support, so you don't have to do anything. It's even. It's a good spot. You don't do anything. You literally just set them right there. You can take a drill bit, and normally these are covered in. I don't know if you can see all the way through where my finger is at, but there's plastic all the way through. I take the drill bit and drill all the way through because these bolts are kind of long. It's easier just to drill straight through, and they just sit because, I mean, like I said, the bolts are super long, so it just makes it easier. It doesn't hurt anything. I would push the rubber bump stop-ish thing. I would push all the way to the top and then go ahead and screw the nut and washer, the first set of nut and washers, because it comes with 4. The first set of nut and washers all the way on. That way it's already sitting, and you know when you put it in the hole, it sits, it doesn't move, it's good. It's good no matter what, right? So what you're gonna want to do is, once you have these holes drilled, right, I drilled 2 because you're gonna have to make adjustments so you can fit your fingers in there how you need to adjust it and move everything around. I did 2 holes with the hole saw, and it just makes things easier for me. But what you're gonna want to do is take a paint marker, mark the top of the hood latch, right, and then you're gonna want to hang it all the way down. Once it's down, if it doesn't sit all the way, you can adjust your hole and move it to where you think you need to move it. Well, this one would, it would go right there, but you can go ahead and just put it all the way down. With the paint marker, it's gonna sit. Then you're gonna push to see where it's pushing at. See where the latch is pushing. It's going to make an indentation either somewhere on here or on the back side, once you see that hole, you can take a drill bit and you can drill through it. Once you drill through it, then we're gonna go ahead and use the hole saw, and that's gonna be your center point. So you can take the hole saw and you're gonna go straight through with the hole saw. But I'll show you guys all those steps. Once you do all of that, then we'll get to the next part of the video. Okay, so like I was saying, once you make the bump stop holes, I know I have a lot of tape over here. I'm gonna add more tape here because I'm gonna do a lot more cutting here. I'd rather just be overly safe than sorry. But as you can see, this is the hood latch. I drilled through the hood, right? That's the hood latch. Same thing on this side. That is the hood latch. That's where it's gonna bolt to. That's where the bump stop is. So that's where the actual hood latch itself, this piece, is going to sit. As you see, it's going to end up sitting just like so. Once you have the holes drilled, it is best, in my opinion, that you go ahead and take off the bottom portion, the second layer, right? And you can place it down so that way you can see roughly where your hood latch is going to be sitting at, and you can position it straight, and then you can just trace it on the blue tape. Once you have it traced on the masking tape, then you can go ahead and take your hole saw, you can drill it through so that way the actual hood latch itself will sit into the hood, and you're going to do that on both sides. And then you're going to, once you have the hole saw and you have this fitted, the bottom side of the section of this hood latch is fitted, then you can go ahead and push it in. You can drill your holes with a small drill bit where these screws belong. There are holes in the back side. You can drill your holes straight through the hood so that way the screws have something to go through and have something to grab on for the back side of the plate of the hood latch. So we're going to go ahead and get ready. All right, so as you can see now, we have traced out where the hood latches are going to go on both sides. So now we're going to go ahead and take the hole saw and we're going to drill straight through so that way we can go ahead and get the rest of this cut. So now, as you can see, the hood latch is in on one side, hood latch is in on the other side. So now we're gonna go ahead and take them back off, clean up the trim outside of it, take the tape off of it, go underneath of it, and then we're gonna go ahead and put in the back side of the hood latch so we can secure it down, make sure it's nice and tight. Then we're gonna put the hood latch holders into, we're gonna clean them off obviously, then put them back into where the bump stops go, clean everything off, tighten them all down. Once everything is nice and tight, you're all done. All right, so now that the holes are cut, the pieces are in, everything goes down, it should look very clean, very original, right? Like it's supposed to be there, you know, that's how it should look. Obviously yours probably doesn't have the Holley cut. As you can see, that is also very excuse me, like clean. Looks like, oh, okay, it's supposed to be there. I know I have to put like the rubber grommets around it so that way it doesn't vibrate off of it, but very close call. Then you could pull on it a little bit and it'll pick it up. You can go ahead and also clean some of these out, but once you have all that done, then you go ahead and put those main latches back in to where they go. You clean them off, close them down, then you can adjust the height based off of the nuts and washers, depending on how long you have it. That's also why, like I say, cut all the way through with a long drill bit. That way you have that adjustment if you want it to higher, if you want it lower, you know, to get it where you want to, because this is a long stud. But then you'll be able to close it, get it where you want it, lock it in, and then you're good. So that's how you do hood latches. Anyways, that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. So, all right.